On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to replace a broken garage belt from your garage door opener, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. Probably use your garage door thousands of times monthly, and over time it does take a beating on your garage door belt. Now remember that this video is for the garage door belt only. If you have a chain that doesn't apply to this video, that'll be a different video. Over time, this garage door belt gets weaker and weaker, hence it starts separating and starts a tear. A minimal tear will result into it breaking apart, and you can see that the string starts to get exposed in the middle. So it could be in different parts of your belt or in multiple locations. In this case, we only have one location, so that gives us enough reason to change it out. So before you unplug the power off, what you want to do is you want to disengage the emergency lock, like here. Just pull this. What you want is this positioned all the way at the end over there. So once we disengage this, the only thing that's going to be moving is the belt where this connects all the way towards the end over there, so it doesn't take the door with it. Now you can have somebody, or you can do it yourself, open the garage door. This mechanism should start migrating towards the end without taking the door with it. So there you go, it starts moving. So now you have this positioned right here. But before you do anything, you want to unplug your garage door opener. What you want to do is you want to remember where everything is oriented. So if you have a cell phone or a smartphone, take a picture. Before you unbolt anything here, you want to measure this spring, or this is positioned to the end of this mechanism here, 1 3/4 inches from the end here all the way to the nut. So each scenario is different. Hey there friends, sorry to interrupt, but if you're finding this video super helpful so far, kindly hit that like and subscribe button. It'll greatly help out the channel. That being said, let's get back to the video. When I put this back, it's supposed to be positioned over there. You see where the belt feeds through inside here? For layman's terms, there's going to be a little gear over there that this thing feeds through, and this is the case. So what you want to do is you want to remove this case, and that's easy. All you gotta do is take this little screw off right here. You can use a flathead screwdriver. Okay, so once you take this off, now you can work on this side. Now you want to take your adjustable wrench, go through the nut, and just take your channel lock pliers, hold this so it doesn't move all over the place. Save all the pieces, the spring loaded mechanism, keep it inside the shaft. So now what you got here is now the belt's all drooping, it's loose, which is normal. You're gonna take this end and just kind of take it out from where it's latched right there. It's easy, just turn it and then pull up, droop down. If you have somebody to help you, got my dad helping me out. And then, yeah, just take it, uncoil it from that gear, and just be careful. So now you have a better view of what's going on here. Bunch of wire that's impregnated inside of this rubber track. If you don't address this, this will break over time. So that's why we're changing this out, the purpose of this video. So if you look right through there, it's feeding through this hole. So you just want to pull it out. The bolt will work better through. So I got my dad pulling on the other end. This is a lot faster if you have somebody working with you. So one pulls, the other one feeds, and this will go right just through. Make sure this is straight, like that, and this should feed. You have an option. You can take out this wheel, just unbolt here, or you can just play around this, move it in a different direction, and it will pop out like this. The one we're going to be using, the ultra durable drive belt. This is compatible Chamberlain, Craftsman, LiftMaster, and so forth. So we do have a Craftsman. If you're interested on this, I'll leave a link down below. There are the models. So if you want to go and just pause the video and just look at each one, right there. I'll also leave it on the link down below. It says there, this is compatible for 7 feet door. So you just measure from the top down.
Yeah, 7 feet there.
So yeah, that is 7 feet. So the new belt should already have this same one. The only thing that you're gonna add onto is that bolt on this one end. If you look and compare this with the old one, here's the old version, here's the new, identical. Here's the new one, here's the old one. The old one has this right here, this bolt attached to it, and I'll show you how to disconnect this bolt out of this old one and put it here. This is what we're gonna remove right here, this lock. See that? Okay, and that should just pop out, that little locking piece. There you go. Make sure you don't lose this. Even if you do lose this, it comes with everything, a replacement piece. So if in case you lose this, don't worry. You got extra parts right here. I don't know why I'm wearing gloves. Let me just take off the gloves. It makes it harder. Like that. Take the figure 8, place it in. You're gonna place one under. Like that. There you go. Now it's locked. So this extra stuff, just keep it for future use. So now we're just gonna go reverse engineer it, go backwards. Now that you have your new belt, you're gonna take where the bolt's located, feed it right through here. That, and just pull it out from the other end. And now just carefully, here you have enough though. So this will wrap around it. To make it easier for yourself, I'll get vice grips. Lock it right there so this doesn't move around. You're gonna take your screw with the locking ring. Place the locking ring first, spring with the nut, and you're just gonna work your way. Take the cover. Let's plug it back in. There you go. So that should move. So it's moving back. There you go. So when that locks, now you can take your emergency release pull bar and place it back on the normal. If you have an issue where your belt is drooping like that, I made a separate video on that. Check out this video right here and I'll show you how to take out that droop.